I am from Formula.
Welcome to Formula Friday, where we do a Formula One show every week, and I'm always extremely prepared and not finishing up some notes while I do the intro. I'm Nick, that's Lewis. There's a lot happening for the first race back of the summer break. Aston might have some upgrades. Yuki Tsunoda is also back in multiple levels. But before we get to all of that, also there's a new Monaco in town, and it's not in Monaco. Before we get to all that, Lewis, how's your week been?
Week's been all right. Just a lot of work, mandatory overtime, that type of fun stuff. Came down with like a sickness, as you can tell by my voice or whatever. I have no idea what it is. Just like a kid fluenza, as I want to say. Yeah.
Such a dad saying.
I thank you.
You
I
like
am
such a dad when you say that.
I
Oh,
am
the old kid fluenza.
I mean, I don't know. Kids got me sick. That's all I'm gonna say. I blame them because it's the most likely outcome since I really don't go out much. Other than that, just been working. Did create something fun. Maybe you'll find this interesting. So I created this. I 3D printed this, Nick, and it ties up to my amplifier.
Oh.
There's a Sennheiser microphone.
You made a phonograph.
Yes, and I put it right to a guitar amp, so I can output audio from my music maker, whatever I want, and it makes a distorted, echoey type of like vintage sound to it. So I can put a route of vocal through it, and it has like that distorted, like old timey effect. It's really cool. It's just a fun little project. I'm like, I want to try this, and it works, and it fits right up to my amp, and I can control it a little bit. But yeah, so it's just a little bit of a fun. I don't know how you want to put it, like realistic sound to it instead of doing it all like in the computer itself.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I really like that. That's very creative.
Thank you. And then besides that, I took the week off, so today is day one of my little vacation.
Nice.
Last week of summer, and then first day of school next on Monday. So figures why might as well spend the time with the kids, and yeah.
Good dad.
Thank you. But yeah, so I've just been doing that. It was my first day. I spent the day actually working, weirdly, on my programming side job, and I wrote a lot of lines of code. I'm very proud of myself. No way I wrote it. I wrote it.
Proud of you.
Thank you. A lot of people can't say that, but hey.
They can't. They're just vibe coding everywhere, and then they end up having a driver get mad because his car broke up. Or broke down, and he just starts hitting the...
You got to throw the wheel and everything.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Week's been solid. Won an award for something that I had made, and that felt really good because in my line of work and my job, it's been my passion for over 10 years now. And winning, it's like a state award. So winning an award for something that I did in my job, I've always wanted one from this organization, and I'm glad that I actually finally was able to make something that was worth being awarded. It's a very huge professional milestone for me, and I could not be happier for myself. I'm very bad about celebrating myself, and even saying I'm very happy for myself feels gross for me to say. But I'm trying to push those weird thoughts aside and just enjoy it.
So, can I address you now as Nick, the award-winning producer?
You can, yes. Actually, I would love for you to do that. I'm an award-winning producer, 100%.
All right, should we start this podcast over again? I'm Lewis. Okay. That's Nick, the award-winning producer.
Let's see what else. I've learned how to play koi koi. Are you familiar with koi koi?
I am not koi koi.
So koi koi is a traditional Japanese game played with hanafuda. Here. Okay, hanafuda. It's a Japanese playing card. It translates to flower card. They're thicker than a normal playing card, and they're very small. But
go ahead. Sorry, let's talk to my wife.
Oh, you're good. Koi Koi is one of like the main games that people can play with it. And I guess the best way I can describe it is if like Uno and poker had a baby.
Okay.
But not even quite like that. But it's so it's one of those games where it's really hard to explain, but it takes like maybe an hour to figure out how to play.
Yeah.
So it's essentially you get 8 cards, your opponent gets 8 cards, and there's 8 cards in the middle. A deck, one of these decks has 12 suits with 4 cards per suit,
Okay.
and each suit represents a season: January, February, March, April, etc. And there's also plants tied to those seasons, right? So
Okay.
January, pine; February, I'm still trying to learn them. I know March is cherry blossom, May is whatever, doesn't matter. But they're all tied to like plants, right? So that's why it's called Hanafuta flower cards. And the goal in Koi Koi is just to get a bunch of points. So you start out, you have your hand, and you match seasons. It's like, oh, I have March cherry blossom. I can put cherry blossom here, and then you put them off to the side. Well, those form your hands. So then,
Okay.
like in poker, you know how you have a flush, straight, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. There's different names for them, but there's like brights, which are very specific, like color cards, like full art cards. There's chaff, which are plants, whatever you want to call it. There's seeds or animals, same thing. It's just 5 animal cards, 5 ribbons, whatever. So the goal is to do that, and then each hand is worth different amount of points. And then with Koi Koi, say the game ends the first time somebody makes a match, right? So say or gets a hand. So say the hand you get is chaff or flowers or whatever you want to call it. It takes 10 of those to make up a hand, and that's only worth 1 point. So if you do Koi Koi, um, if you get another hand or you get like another flower or you go over like the threshold, it doubles your score. So that's
Okay.
kind of like it's not really strategy because it is still kind of RNG because it is a card game.
Yeah.
But if you do it right, it's like, oh, I'm close to this combination. I'm going to keep going and I can double my score. I think
Oh.
I've been playing online. I found a website, Hanafuda Legends. Not sponsored. It's a very new website, and it is the best way I've learned. Like I've learned how to play this game from this site. You can play other
That's cool.
people. You can play AI. There's like cheat sheets and everything, so you don't get lost. Anyway, I think I one round against AI. I scored like 40 points, just with like the combinations and the doubling and everything. So that's been fun. I've recently been told by a friend of mine that I love finding niche things, and he's right.
Yeah.
Like another fun fact. I don't know if you've noticed that symbol right there. What that says?
Nintendo.
Yes. So that's what Nintendo actually got their start on, Lewis, was making these cards in the 1890s. Nintendo was always kind of a game company, but they didn't do video games until the 80s.
Yeah.
So there was like a card and toy company until the 80s. So these are official Nintendo Hanafuda, which also makes me very happy because I've always wanted a deck of these cards. I just never knew how to play the game. I learned how to play the game. I bought a deck of these cards, and they're official Nintendo cards.
Oh. That's cool.
So-
Is Nintendo gonna strike a takedown for you showing that?
Hope not. If you ever want to play, though, obviously I have these. We can play in person, or I can give you that website. Maybe we could play tonight if you want. It's very fun. Like I said, it feels overwhelming at first, but it's pretty easy to pick up once you're actually playing it.
All right.
Up to you. Chess too. I've been doing a lot this week. I haven't been doing my rapid games, but I have been involved in a couple daily tournaments. So there's one, my state has like a chess club represented on the chess website, and we're a part of this league made up of every other state, and there's different levels. So at the end of every season, they do relegation. So my state is in the third out of fourth level,
Yeah.
and I just wrapped up my second round. It's just like daily. It's a daily format. You know, you 3 days play move. Every round, you get paired up with somebody, then you play as white and black against that person, and then that's it. Round one, we played Florida. I swept. It was incredible because the person I played was much higher rated than I was, and I got scared that I might have had my account like looked into because I had 90% accuracy on both of those games, and those were very deep games. I was very proud of those. The second most recent round, we're playing Alabama. I won the first game. I got extremely lucky winning that first game because I basically I was losing very badly. Then I was able to line up my queen and my bishop in a way to where I could just checkmate in the next move, and my opponent didn't see it, so I was like, oh, boop, checkmate, I win. I shouldn't have, but I did. I lost my second game, same opponent. I lost too much material. I ended up resigning, which I try not to resign, but it was kind of a waste at that point. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I hit a point in chess where I just don't have the mental ability anymore in a
Yeah.
game. I'm like, okay, I'm just sure you win. I tried, but I know I'm losing here. That's the thing. It's like I know there's no path for me. I just delaying the inevitable at this point. I don't even have the stuff to make a draw happen because you wouldn't let it happen. So that's everything that's been happening with me.
Huh.
It's been a big week just of me doing stuff. Oh, I also found out Helldivers works on my laptop, so I've been playing that with our mutual friends.
Oh, nice. I haven't played that since like launch.
I've never played it because I never thought I had anything that could run it, and I could get it on my Xbox, but like I felt like it was never on sale for a decent amount, and then this was actually gifted to me by our mutual friend, and I was always confused. I'm like, why would you do that? I don't have anything that can run that. Even my Steam Deck, like, can't run Helldivers that well. But it turns out my computer can, and it stays cool, which
Huh.
is weird because I've played other games that were older, but apparently less optimized than Helldivers, and it felt like my laptop was gonna just explode.
Yeah. I love a good optimized game. Factorio is another highly optimized game. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I have a gaming laptop. It's an Acer Nitro 5, so it's not like a top of the line one, but still, it surprised me.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Okay. This is a Formula 1 show. Let's talk Formula 1. Lewis, I have some news items to get through, and if you have anything you'd like to add, please go ahead and do because I'm sure I missed a lot. I've kind of been shotgunning you things throughout the week. I've just been sending you messages of stuff, but as I mentioned at the top, was not as prepared as I normally am, so I was kind of filling in the gaps while I was doing the intro. And you'd think that I would have used all this time doing our banter to do it, but nope, I wasn't. I was just bantering.
uh, I only have really one major news thing. Not really major. It's major for the U.S., I guess, which is the Ford LMDH was raced at or did a test run at the Circuit de Paul card, driven by try to tie this into Formula One, Logan Sargent.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and
What's a kilometer? But
uh,
also, real question, what's LMDH? I don't know what that is.
Le Mans Daytona Hyper class.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's the top of the line prototypes for the endurance series for WEC and GTP for IMSA. Anyways, Nick, I did send you a link of this car, and I kind of want you to hear what kind of engine that they ran with, if you can.
Okay, I'm playing the video now.
And for those listening, I will put this in the chat.
Oh? I liked that.
Yes, they are going with the naturally aspirated 5.4 liter V8.
Yo, that sounds so good.
I
I know I like JDM cars.
Yeah.
I will never not love the sound of a naturally aspirated V8.
Yes.
I love it so much.
I think Ford versus Ferrari is back.
Folks, it sure is.
But that was like my big news. I saw that, heard that, and I'm like, oh, that is amazing. And I cannot wait for that to happen. And for our good American, I wanted to say buddy, but he's not our buddy. You know what? I think we'd be friends. Logan Sargent. It's good opportunity for him.
I think I'd be friends. I'd like to think I'd be friends with Logan. This is a great opportunity, and I mean, we've seen Logan has been doing pretty well for himself. It's been IMSA, right? He's been racing in IMSA.
Yeah. In the LMP2, which is the spec series prototype class.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty well. It's just another example of Formula One is hard, and that doesn't mean you're a bad driver unless your name is Nikita Mazepin.
Yeah. I mean, we've been over this before about how like Mick got dealt a bad hand and everything, but Logan really kind of got dealt a bad hand too. Like it's just he wrecked the car and Williams didn't have the money to fund it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that bad scenario for him. But yeah, so this is really cool. I know this is not a Formula One or not a Formula One. I'm sorry, not a IMSA / WEC podcast, but I wanted to bring that up because that sounds so good. I love the naturally aspirated 5.4 liter V8, and I love Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's next up on our news docket.
Another one that I didn't have time to include, but I do just kind of want to at least give it a passing mention. The FIA has lifted its restriction on Russian drivers and teams, so now they'll be able to display national symbols, colors, flags, etc. Russian drivers haven't been able to do that. Russian sports haven't been able to do that. Like in the Olympics, Russia's flag is never really displayed. I don't think it's like just the
No, I
world
think
flag.
yeah, that's for the doping at things. I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know enough to agree,
Yeah.
but I just know that it's a thing that's happened even in older Forza games. I think it was a similar situation where, or even other racing games, and it seems like the FIA is allowing the drivers at least to display their flag, but there's a caveat: the ban on holding international competitions in Russia or Belarusian territory is still in place. So, sorry, other fellow Lando fans, we won't be getting any more racing.
Yeah, that was a good time, wasn't it? Hey, you know what? Nikita Mazepin knew it was going to rain. He's seen the clouds.
That was subconsciously watching that episode, as really funny as it was. That's what I think made me fully commit to never watching Drive to Survive again. Like, not in a serious capacity. I'll
Yeah,
still watch it once in a while for the laughs, but that's when I'm like, you know what? I've actually graduated past this in my fandom. I'm good
yeah,
without this now.
yeah. We don't need the made up drama. Like it was just bad.
It's a good doorway.
It is. It's a great
It's
doorway.
it doesn't need to remain open.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
that also means we're not going to get Sochi because I knew Sochi was going to be a big thing that they were going to not because they raced at I forgot where it was, but they were going to race at the new Russian place, but then they got that ban, and I
Mhm.
think that was designed by I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, Tilk. He designed a Sochi racetrack, and I think they're going to race there, but they never could. So
Yeah, because the last time they raced there, was it 21? Was that the last time they raced there?
yeah, I think
It had
so.
to have been, and that's famously the one that Lando
Should
the
have
one.
won.
And that was on the grounds of the old Olympics area,
Yeah. I guess that
Olympic
was
Village.
Sochi. I can't remember where
It
the
was
new one was
Sochi.
going to be, but yeah, St. Petersburg maybe.
St. Petersburg, I think that sounds right.
Yeah, that's probably a new one. But yeah, Sochi was yeah, where Orlando should have had a win there, but he decided to stay out.
I wasn't really that big on sports until around COVID. COVID kind of got me to pay attention a little more to sports. Ironically, I know there wasn't a whole lot happening, but you know what I mean. Like, get some
Yeah.
kind of interest. And so growing up, like, yeah, I was a big NASCAR guy. I'd never really had any heartbreak though, because I was a Dale Jr. fan, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he could never do anything to make me mad because I was a kid and I liked NASCAR. Lando Norris not winning at Sochi is the first time in my entire sports life that I had something that will haunt me for the rest of my life. And yeah, sure, Lando has gone on to win the championship, and you'd think that would erase it, but no, because that was supposed to be his first win. It wasn't supposed to be Miami 2024. It was supposed to be Sochi 2021.
Yeah. I remember watching that and then seeing him go wide. You're like, "Oh no.
Can
Oh,
you
that
imagine
just
how many other races Lando could have won between 2021 and 2024 had he won at Sochi? I'm still not thinking he wouldn't have won anything in 2023, but like maybe the confidence boost would have helped him, like just push him a little more in some other races.
Yeah, I think that really took a lot of confidence out of him and I kind of think that did help, not help, but like hinder him."
Hmm. Anyway, I'm not here to rehash the past anymore. I just
uh,
okay.
your video. Oh, there it is. It's back.
Let's see. We have some news from Williams.
Ooh.
Both drivers will be back next year. Alex Albon is confirmed to race in 2027. But Carlos Sainz got a pretty nice extension, which honestly surprised me a little bit because it seemed a little bit like the wind was blowing away from him remaining at Williams.
Yeah. So did you find anything out about the Sainz extension? Because all I saw was that he got extended past 2027.
Yep, I'm seeing it's just a multi-year contract, and people are talking about. Sorry, I just saw a parody. It's a multi-year contract, and there's something about the alleged pay, which will put him at the highest paid driver on the grid.
Oh. Huh. That's weird because like all that's all behind closed doors because even the contracts are like very behind closed doors and everything. So
That's the rumor I've heard about the contracts, but he's going to be with Williams in a multi-year. Quote, I'm thrilled. Which I would be too if I'm getting what I thought I saw like $30 million, but I don't know if that's right. But
that's quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
Just
so there's that. So both Williams drivers are set for next year. Let's see. That's all I got really for Formula One related stuff. Let's talk some Indy, Lewis.
Okay.
So as we know, the Freedom 250 is a thing that's happening in our country who celebrates its 250th year. Oh, I had this rant on my other job. That is, I still feel justified. So you know how in racing, famously, if there's a number at the end of the name, that's how many miles you're racing, right? That wasn't the case with this one. Oh. They were just calling it the Freedom 250 because 250 years. It was going to be significantly less than 250 miles. And that never made any sense to me, and that made me very angry.
Justified. It's Daytona 500 because it's 500 miles. Yeah. Daytona 24-hour because it's 24 hours.
So is it the Freedom 250, not the American? Either way, it's a dumb name 250.
Yeah, it's like Freedom 250, I think. Was it?
I hate it so much. Anyway, that's happening in DC, and I'm still not actually sure how many miles they're running. I saw something that they are changing it to 250 miles, like they should. Anyway, that's beside the point. When this was first announced, I thought it was a bad idea immediately. Not necessarily because of the theming or those who were involved in it, but Lewis, have you ever been to Washington, D.C.?
No.
I have been once. It is built on a swamp. It is star-shaped. But for the most part, it's 90-degree turns and very flat. And I have another friend of mine who used to live in D.C. and they still frequently visit. It's very narrow, 4 lanes of traffic. There's actually a video. I'm trying to be better about saying ums. I used to be good about not using filler words, so I'm trying to hold myself to it. Alex Palou. I've never known how to pronounce his name. He did a virtual lap around the layout. Motorsport shared it on Twitter. And let me know if I'm off base here, but he's going in like first gear around most of these turns.
Yep.
And it seems like it would be slower and worse than Monaco. Because Monaco at least has scenery. Yeah. This is all just it's in DC.
Yeah. And DC's cool historically just by looking at it. I've never been. Don't really have a desire. It's not like anything political. I just don't like going to big cities.
It was really cool 15 years ago.
I'm just not a big like city guy, especially like a touristy city guy. But it just the scenery is just very old timey. It seems just from the looks of it, and so it doesn't look good. And the race will be consisted of 147 laps, by the way, extended from the original 125. So
thank God.
So the Freedom. So I don't know the math for 100 or 1.7 miles for 147 laps. So whatever that equals out to. Don't think that's 250. Anyways, maybe it is. I watched that video and he was like, "Oh, here comes the fun part." He's in second gear. He goes, "Yeah, it's the fun fast part." I'm in second gear.
There's maybe 2 overtaking zones, and I'm admittedly not an avid watcher of Indy. Every time I see clips from it, it actually seems kind of like Benny Hill music should be playing, especially the race from last weekend. But it feels very much like they were told to do this and make it work. Even the pit lane entry. Do you see the pit lane entry?
Yes,
That is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. I don't understand their logic behind it. Like, looking at the map, it's just like it goes by the U.S. Capitol a little bit, and it's just that's cool scenery wise, but I'm not I don't know.
This whole event has always given me the vibe of thrown together, figure out how to make it work, and
Yeah,
the design, it looks like it was thrown together, try to figure out how to make it work. It goes
yeah,
by the mall, so you'll get the monument a little bit, and the very bad reflecting pool, I believe. I don't remember DC that well. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been there. Uh, I think that this track makes Las Vegas look 1,000 times better.
yeah. It's very hard to sell me on a street course, let alone a 7-turn street course that's super tight.
Where you're going first, second, maybe third gear once in a while.
Yeah, it's very hard to sell me. Like, I'm all for being sold on a new track. I love new tracks. I think it's awesome. But yeah, this is not it for me.
Yeah. If you do want to watch the disaster, I'm going to be honest, I kind of want to just to see what happens. It is this Sunday. So.
Oh, I'll be at the state fair, Nick. Oh, darn.
Man,
I'm going to have to miss it.
Darn.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I think this is bad, and it's very cathartic knowing that I was right this whole time, even when this thing was still in the planning stages. Things that happened. Staying in the IndyCar front, though, and this also transitions to our race discussion, Yuki Tsunoda.
Yes, I like him. Please tell me some good news about him. I miss him.
Well, it's good news if you like Indy, because it seems like he's in talks with a team to join Indy next season, which means that we'll have Mick Schumacher and Yuki Tsunoda, both drivers who we felt like didn't get fair shakes. He looks like Yuki is in talks with Meyer Shank Racing. I know nothing about them.
I've heard the name, and I've from my friend's dad who worked for IMSA and works at IndyCar right now. That name has been tossed around. Like, I've heard that before, so seems pretty good.
It does seem good, and I'm glad that these drivers who Formula One didn't work out for them are still getting an opportunity to do open wheel racing, because it's clearly something that interests them.
Yeah.
I mean, they've grown up doing open wheel racing their whole lives. Why not? It's making me want to keep watching it even more with all the Formula One drivers that have ended up in Indy and have found success. The fact that I'm still kind of riding the high of Mick finishing 8th a month ago.
Yeah.
At an Indy race. That was really cool to me. I love that he got a top 10 in Indy, because it's just got to feel good.
Yeah.
It's just got to feel good.
Yeah, I agree with you. And this would be really cool. And hopefully other drivers can do this. And it's like other drivers that didn't get a fair shake. Like, I know we talked about not Colapinto, but oh my goodness. Guy Colapinto replaced him, not getting a fair shake. And Duhan, thank you. And I Duhan could be here. I can see that. I can see him being good here. Maybe like a Stroll or something. That'd be cool.
I don't know. I feel like Stroll, unironically, has a sight set on WEC.
Yeah.
Or at least IMSA.
Yeah. Well, because he's been doing GT3. He did do that GT3 during that little spring break. So, and they do have a good IMSA team. So
I did see a theory that somebody proffered online that said Aston, whenever they get their car up to a competitive standard, that's probably when Lance is going to move.
Ooh.
I'd like to see Lance try in another series.
I would be okay with it too. And that Valkyrie is a really nice car. It's very uncompetitive, but it's
I'm
very
famously
nice.
a Lance Stroll defender.
Yeah.
Did I showed you the picture of the Valkyrie I made in Forza, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I think
I put the McLaren livery on it. This year's McLaren livery on the Valkyrie.
Yeah,
it's awesome. I've been throwing that livery everywhere. I just saved the elements and I've just been throwing it on random cars.
Oh, nice.
I have it on a Honda City.
Oh, Nice.
It's my time attack D class. It's nice. I like that car. Thing sticks.
Anyways, hopefully you have more good news about Yuki moving forward because I really like to see him.
I
again.
do, in fact,
What?
actually.
You do?
Yeah, it turns out you're a monster, and you're glad that Isaac got hurt because that's exactly what happened. Isaac Hajar hurt his wrist. I've heard from a boxing injury, and I
Oh.
was confused when I saw that. But then I started seeing a bunch of pictures of Isaac doing boxing training. Dude is scary fast, and I think, hot take, I don't want to be punched by him. He looks very good at boxing. I don't know anything about boxing, but I know the videos. It was just his hands were going faster than I could keep up. So he has injured his wrist. Liam Lawson is getting called back up to Red Bull. Isaac Hajar is going to be out resting, and Yuki Tsunoda will be taking Liam's place at VCarb. Lewis, this accidentally answers a question that I've had of what would it be like for Yuki Tsunoda to drive on a Red Bull team that doesn't have Christian Horner or Helmut Marko involved in any way?
Yes.
What would a non-toxic team look like for Yuki Tsunoda?
And a team that's no pressure, because there is no pressure for him right now. And a team that's been doing really good this year. The best midfield team.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, we're gonna see Liam Lawson have a chance at driving for Red Bull again.
Yeah.
Again, a better culture environment.
And not like the top
Better
car
environment.
in Formula One right now. Like they are a solid like third. So it'll be nice to actually see him compete in a non-competitive environment again.
I think this will give us an actual idea of how good Liam really is, because we know he started to do well with the V carb last year, and that was
He's doing really well this year too.
he is, and yeah, and it's just I was trying to remember he did
Sorry.
end back up at V, yeah, because Yuki was yes. Sorry, my brain was yes. So I'm stoked for this. I'm stoked to see both of these guys get an opportunity at a track such as Zandvoort. The last time, by the way, that Zandvoort will be on the calendar for who knows how long.
Yeah. And if I'm just saying if Yuki can score double points again, like we get when V Carb continues their double point tradition, I would be so happy with this.
Mm-hmm. So the Dutch Grand Prix, Zandvoort. This track was reintroduced in 2022.
That sounds about right. It was around then when they were looking for other tracks to fill the calendar with around COVID times and everything. I don't know about you, Nick. I really enjoy this track. I love the banking.
Yes, that banking going right into the final turn is I'm very excited for it. And the more drive-throughs that I see, mostly with people playing F1 26, of the Mad Ring, that Mad Ring having that banked turn. Now it won't be the same. I really like the banked turn going to the start finish. I think that it was always had an air of excitement to it. And Zandvoort, it's a really hard technical track, but again, my only experiences in the video game. When you nail it and you nail a turn, it feels
Yes.
really good. I've grown to really like this track, and I bet as a driver, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and then what was it? Turn like 4. That one like small banking or whatever. When they first went there, the strategy was they legitimately have no idea if they're going to take low side or high side or both. And we actually see F1 still do that we see in NASCAR that you and I grew up watching. He's on the low side. He's going to overtake. Oh, he's going high.
2021, by the way, is when they reintroduced Zandvoort. I
Okay.
had thought so, but I wasn't positive.
So you're around the COVID time, yeah.
Yeah. Last year, Oscar Piastri won this race. Max Verstappen got second, and of course, how could we forget? Isaac Hajar in the V carb got third, his first podium, holding off Max Verstappen. That is still one of the best races of all time.
Yes, it is really good for him, and I am very. I don't know. Like I said, I like this track. It's brings back good memories, just from the podium. Remember when Lando blew his engine here? Good times.
So just running through last year, George was fourth, Albon fifth, Ollie sixth, Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso double points. Yuki ninth, Esteban 10th, Franco also really surprising. And Lewis Hamilton, lap 22, accident. Charles Leclerc, lap 52, taken out. from a collision, and Lando famously had that oil leak on lap 64. Carlos Sainz had a 10-second penalty for hitting Liam Lawson. I remember that. That was crazy. And we got some penalties after the red flag. Kimi Antonelli got a 10-second penalty for that collision with Charles. He ended up losing 6 places, and he got another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's foreshadowing.
Yeah,
So he lost a grand total of about 10 positions from that.
that was also like the rain-stricken race too, where it rained a little bit. It was a little greasy, and then it wasn't. It was really. You know what? I like a little bit of a greasy track. It makes it fun.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It adds another layer to everything,
Yeah.
a layer of grease, but it adds like another. There's some more thinking that needs a little more strategy.
Yeah, you give me a track that like it rained in like an hour or so before the race start, and there's a little bit of water still. You'll get a little spray, but nothing too bad. That is like the perfect situation as a viewer for me.
100%. It sucks that Isaac is going to be out of this race because he actually has a special helmet commemorating last year's win when he broke the trophy from being so stoked.
Yeah.
There's a cartoon of him with the broken trophy, and I was really excited to see that make a return, especially because since he's with Red Bull now and he's been doing solid, there's another opportunity to maybe see him on the podium again. Lewis, I have more good news for you for your actual team.
Oh yeah.
Honda is finally introducing its upgraded engine to the Aston Martin this season, and they're claiming that it will put them basically in contention with the V-carb. How are you going to reconcile this?
I don't know. I didn't think this far ahead. I didn't think they'd be this competitive. I mean, I thought they were going to be.
They're claiming to be this competitive.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I also had expectations for like championships, so I gotta. It's Fernando. It was Fernando and Nui. What could I expect? But yeah, I mean, if this actually works, that'd be awesome. I would love to see a competitive Fernando again and competitive Stroll. Like have Stroll, put the gloves on, let's go, and that would be awesome.
Stroll once again, and this has been my take on Stroll forever. You know, I'm a Stroll defender. If Stroll wants to race, he can be really solid.
Yeah, if he has the car,
he just needs to want to. He just needs to want it, and with this engine, you have a really good point. These upgrades, if both drivers are feeling really good with it, there's a chance we could see Stroll getting a bit frisky this race.
Yeah, and I would love. I know we're never going to see it really, but as long as we get a glimpse of Alonso past, that'd be amazing. That's what I'm kind of like hoping for. Like I feel like we never have, or maybe we never will see the true potential of Stroll, because there's always going to be something or whatever. Maybe what was it, Istanbul, that one race where he got third.
Yeah.
And that could be it, but also like I don't know what his true potential is. But Alonso, we do know he's a world champion, so it would be cool to see him get just a glimpse of that again and be competitive. And first and foremost, no matter what team I'm rooting for in whatever season it is, I'm a Formula One fan. So if you're telling me there's going to be more competitive cars, I'm taking it.
And Formula One has released their weather calendar. It's supposed to be rainy on Friday, cloudy Saturday, and then it's allegedly going to be clear skies and sunny for the race on Sunday. But the cloudy qualifying could bring rain, and we love a messy qualifying because it really shakes everything up for the race itself.
I love a little chaos. Bring a little chaos into the race. That's amazing.
Indeed. Unrelated to the race itself, but just one last thing. So we know the status of Albon and Sainz, but Lewis, what are some other driver contracts expiring at the end of this year?
So we have hurt wrist Hajar. He's expiring. Alonso, I believe, is still expiring. Same with Stroll. But I got this from Formula Racers, and they credited Sky Sports for it. And the top comment underneath there is Lance Stroll contracts never ends. So that's very true. Ocon, unfortunately, I think that is coming to an end for him.
Yeah, I think Ocon's time is.
Ollie Behrman, why haven't they re-signed him already? Is my question.
Yeah, that's true.
Hulkenberg is the writing on the wall for him and his future.
I think so. I mean, he's been He's been consistent. He's been fine, but Audi, I feel like wants to get somebody else a bit
Yeah,
younger and maybe at the same level as Bortoletto. Which, by the way, nothing's as far as I know has been hard confirmed for Bortoletto, but it seems like he's got a multi-year with Audi.
yeah,
I've seen him talk about it. I've seen reports about it, so I'm just going to assume that he's locked in because why wouldn't they want to keep him? He's solid.
exactly. Hulkenberg's only scored 2 points this season in one race.
Hmm.
So Liam Lawson, which is weird again. Lindblad and Colapinto. So
I think Lindblad is safe. I
yes,
think Lawson might be safe too.
yes, especially if I think this weekend might be a good how do I put this? Monaco for Checo when he was with Red Bull. That they're like his drive solidified his contract.
I have a feeling, and I'm just putting this together right now, so let me know if there's any holes in this. If Max does decide to call it quits, whether it's this season, next season, whatever, depending on how well Lawson does here, we could see a Lawson Hajar driver pairing at Red Bull at some point.
I could see it. Yeah, I like that.
Unless
Especially
Lindblad continues to be incredible, because I mean, let's face it, he is.
yeah. Especially if they do not have anybody else in the pipeline. I know there's a rumor floating around about Piastri, but I don't know if there's any validity to that really.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard because famously Piastri's manager is Mark Webber.
Yeah.
And Mark Webber just loves to say stuff.
Yeah, he's very good at that.
He is. He
Uh
stoked a lot of the discontent last season
yes,
between
and then
Lando and Oscar.
Colapinto, he's doing good, but again, it's always well, Duhan could have done the same maybe? We
Yeah,
really don't know.
there's always going to be that what if with Colapinto, and Colapinto's good. Like he's been doing a great job, so I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to get renewed. It's just I feel like he's safe. Like I don't know a reason why Aston, sorry, why
Uh,
Alpine wouldn't want him.
yeah, what would they replace him with really? Cuz like again, like he's doing good. Like
Hmm.
he's competing with Pierre.
Yeah, and they're
So,
scoring points.
yeah,
Like they're fine.
Pierre's back. Like my guy's back. So I don't know. I think this for the second half of the season, this is something to look out for, especially with these drivers. Because I think if you start seeing one of these drivers start slipping back, the ones that we kind of like put might be the writing on the wall. I think that we could start seeing the replacement come in soon with like Hulkenberg and Ocon. Possibly Stroll and Alonso. I'm not sure on that situation, what the team's plan is moving forward, but
Hmm.
yeah. Oh, it's just something of note. Well, something to keep your eye on. Keep a little pin in it.
You do bring up a good point. I don't know what Aston does because Fernando, he's not going to race forever. Fernando is going to retire very, like, relatively soon.
Maybe.
Lance Stroll, if he does what I think he's going to do and moves to WEC or IMSA, they're going to have two open slots. Now, they could throw maybe a Yuki in there unless Yuki's tied up with Indy. They could maybe throw a Lindblad or, like you said, Colapinto in there if for some reason Alpine is dumb and doesn't want to retain either of them.
Yeah.
But then Hulkenberg's also not going to be long for the world. I don't know F1 world. I don't, like, there's so many talented drivers I could move up there, and that would be an upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, and it's just one of those weird situations that we
There's a
really.
lot of dominoes that I feel like are very close to falling. Not even to mention Lewis. Lewis, I don't think he's going to retire anytime soon, but Lewis is also still 44 years old.
Yeah, and I think Alonso has said maybe jokingly that he wants his son to see him race, but like I I haven't. You know what's weird? I've heard more retirement talks from Max's side like than I have Alonso's side, which is weird.
Hmm.
As an Aston fan, again admitting to it, I think having Yuki would be a good thing for the sponsorship because he's sponsored by Honda.
Hmm. I
So
still, that's also a really good point. I still, and this will never happen, but I very much want George Russell to end up at Aston just because it feels like a good vibe fit.
It's James Bond. Like that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
he gives
Posh
a very
British guy driving for a posh British team who probably wants that. Like George Russell going to Aston would be incredible for their PR.
yeah. I have never seen a James Bond movie, but doesn't he drive an Aston?
He does,
So
specifically.
yeah. So I've never seen one. I just know of it. But yeah. So he, if you were to pick one person on the grid that fits more Kingsman slash James Bond, it would be George Russell.
I agree. All right, Lewis, let's wrap it up today with Grid a Gamble. So it's been a while, a little refresher.
Been a while.
We have the Formula Dice. It is 12-sided. Each number represents a team. You land on that number with that team, you get to pick which driver represents you in the upcoming race. Wherever they finish, you finish. So if they get first, you get 25 points. We're using the same scoring system as Formula One, so on and so forth. Hungary. Last
I'm not that
race.
hungry. Oh,
Nice.
thank
The
you.
last race before summer break, Hungary, you had Fernando Alonso. He scored 0 points.
Mhm.
I had Gabriel Bortoleto. He finished 11th, which is still famously 0 points.
Yep.
So let's see. Lewis, I've been thinking about this.
Okay.
So you know how summer break usually gives teams the time to maybe tinker with their design, mess with their prototypes, bring some upgrades or maybe downgrades, but you don't really know, but you don't know until you try it, right?
Correct.
And then they're locked into that for the rest of the season. And I'm fine with that. That's the nature of the sport. That's how things go. So instead of using the typical formula dice, I think we should use our upgrade for the last
Oh.
half of the summer break.
Are you talking about this?
Yes, I am. Lewis has made us a brand new formula dice.
It is a little bit, but it has 12 sides and each one has a spot, and one even says free on there. So we already know what we're getting. So, Nick, for the first, yeah,
Preseason upgrades. You're still losing, by the way. The points, by the way, are still. I'm at 65 and Lewis is at 60.
All right.
And the rule is if you're losing, you get the choice between rolling first or second. So
I will roll first with this new dice. And I got Williams.
all right. Who would you like from Williams?
Ooh, give me Albon.
All right. Hit me.
Ooh, Alpine.
You know what? I'll do Pierre.
Ooh, good choice. You know what? I'm not. That's actually a good matchup right there.
It is. I am sorry. I'm sure you probably weren't ready. I think that's still in the prototype stages.
No,
But
you're
I
good.
do think that it fits with the theming. And if it's an upgrade that's actually downgrade, then whatever. But it's a dice, and I have all the confidence in you. I know we were talking before we went on air about how it seemed mostly right. And making dice and balancing dice is hard. But you know what? I think that adds to the fun of this.
It does add to the fun of this. And like I said, I did multiple rolls and I've gotten everything on here. So I think we're good there. The previous iteration that I had was very like I was getting a lot of the same ones, but this one with the new printer, it does seem pretty well accurate so far. So knock on wood that it holds up.
Perfect. Well,
I
we
just
will
rolled again
find.
and got Cadillac, so brand new. So
Oh wow! Thank God nobody got that one. Suspension. The dice had a suspension issue. Actually, after you rolled Cadillac, the suspension broke on the die.
that was good. That's good.
Thank you. This has been Formula Friday. I've been Nick. That's been Lewis. Join us next week as we review this race. F1 is finally back. I'm so stoked. It's been really weird having 2 months of no racing in one season.
Again, yeah, I was like, again, like another break again.
And barring nothing else crazy happening, and maybe us getting a few more fun tracks added because there's still something happening in the Middle East, I'm excited for the rest of the season. It seems like we're gonna go full bore until December now.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right. Well,
I was
until
like,
next.
Go
Until
ahead.
next time. I've been Nick. That's been Lewis. Have a great.